Commander has fundamentally changed what Magic the Gathering is. Well, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name is Louie. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day and a fantastic weekend. This weekend I've been at the LGS all weekend. My employee has been on vacation, so I've had to be there just like running everything. Anyway, it's been super fun to hang out and to chat with people, and one of the conversations that happened actually today was talking about how different Magic the Gathering is in 2020, whatever it is, 2022, compared to, you know, back in 1995, 96, and into the early 2000s. And I thought that was a good conversation, so I want to bring up some of the points that were happening, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section about this, because I think there's a lot that we missed, and I would love to just, you know, selfishly hear about it. So one of the things that I realized is how, when I got involved in the game, how little there was for a casual player. When I first started playing Magic the Gathering, it was in my college dorm room. One of my buddies had a 5,000 box thing, you know, one of the 5-row boxes full of just random Magic cards, rares, uncommons, whatever. And we just dove through it, like 5-10 of us, and built decks and played at the ping pong table. We played games of Magic. We played like 8-person games. We played one-on-one. We just had kitchen table fun Magic. And then we took our decks and we went to an LGS and we played in a standard, you know, Friday Night Magic. Of which I sat down against my opponent and I played a card, and they said, you can't play that card, it's not in standard. And I said, I don't know what standard is. Anyway, and it made me feel like, hey, I never went back to the LGS. It made me feel like I wasn't part of the community. But now, as Magic the Gathering has evolved so much in the last, you know, 5 to 10 years, the best place to play, and where most people are learning how to play, is with Commander. And that format, you go to an LGS, you hop in and play the game, and you have people to play with, and it's really just a different thing. So basically the point of this video is to say that casual is now the standard way to play Magic the Gathering. And that's a big shift. And it also does some things to the game that some other people don't really like. I have a buddy at the LGS who just hates Commander. He absolutely hates it. And these are a few of the reasons I think that he hates it, is some of the benefits of what Commander has done for the games. It's a really cool dynamic. So the first thing that I think that Commander did to change the game of Magic the Gathering is that it changed the LGS and consumer relationship. When casual is now the main way to play, it means that the LGS has to get a little bit more creative in the ways that they are able to charge for events and the way that they are able to make money. And it's been really interesting starting an LGS to see, like, people want to just come hang out and play Commander, but obviously, you know, when you just come and hang out and play Commander, it's hard to host an event. And then when you do host an event, people spike it with like big strong Commander decks, and that kind of conversation of power level becomes complicated. But it's definitely changed the relationship between the consumer and you know, the LGS, and I think that's a big thing looking into the future. LGSs, the cornerstone of a community for trading card games, have to get creative in the ways that they profit off of being a store. But it's just definitely one way that I think the game has definitely changed. Here's the thing, I think it also, this is Commander leaning into Magic, completely broke competitive formats. I'm a big, proponent that Commander was the perfect Magic the Gathering format until Wizards of the Coast got their hands on it. I just recently got these Commander 2017 decks, the sealed decks, and these are awesome, and these are great products. And maybe I'm being a little bit excessive in my statement there that Commander was perfect until Wizards of the Coast got involved in it. And maybe like one Commander set a year was fine. But this new idea that Wizards of the Coast just prints these cards that are so obviously for Commander in like standard sets, and it just completely wrecks Modern and it completely wrecks Standard, it just makes me feel like the idea of Commander being special kind of goes away when the corporate heads have their hands on it. And I think that it's a beautiful format, and it was a great way to just organically play the game. And by creating cards specifically for the format, I think they kind of ruined that a lot. But in addition, it completely changed competitive formats. It completely changed modern and standard, and it made it so like it's just broken and have cards that are overpowered and end up getting banned. And that, I know it happened before Commander, but the rate of it happening is really, in my opinion, as a result of Commander. They have to print these super powerful cards in order to make, you know, Commander sell, and as a result they break some of these other formats, which in turn kind of has this other side that I think selfishly I like, that makes the game focus again more casually. But I also understand my friend's perspective of like, no, Commander kind of ruined the formats that I love, and I also understand that, so it's kind of a back and forth. But then the third reason I want to talk about that Commander has radically changed Magic the Gathering is that it has added an insane amount of value to the TCG. In multiple ways it has done this. Number one, I think casual formats bring more people into TCGs than anything. I don't know many people who show up and you know, are really excited to play competitive TCGs who have never played a card game before. Most people who hop in to a trading card game are looking for fun with their friends, and Commander presents this perfectly. I saw a post recently, it was a Commander night, and they had 12, you know, seats around, you know, 3 or 4 tables. It was really cool to just think like 12 friends are coming to hang out, and maybe they invite a couple other friends. It's just the perfect format for the casual play. This is one of the things I think the newer TCGs have to focus on and have to lean into, is creating casual formats that are easy for the casual person to become involved, for your wife to play, or for your friend or your girlfriend, or you know, just your younger brother or sister to hop in to play the game. And when it's really competitive, it's just not conducive for them. So I think it adds a ton of value by creating more and more players for the game. I do think that this is why you have seen Magic the Gathering grow so much over the last couple years, is because Commander has made it easier than ever to hop in and play, in my opinion. The second way that added value to the TCG is in the singles. If you, I was thinking about this yesterday, if you took an alternative reality and you compared them to like Commander never became a game or a format, and then, you know, where we are today, could you imagine the price differential in singles? You'd have singles over here that are worthless, that are now worth $50, $60, because there would be nowhere to play with them. And so Commander has added a tremendous amount of value to the cards that are printed, and to the cards that were printed over the last 30 years of Magic the Gathering's life. And it has added a ton of value to the community in that way, and created and caused a lot of investment opportunities and collecting opportunities that you wouldn't have had if you didn't have this format. So I always think that's really cool. But then I also think that it has added for Wizards of the Coast an opportunity to make an enormous amount of additional money off of the game. And this is where, again, I think it just gets a little frustrating, because as soon as Wizards gets their hands on it, it does feel less cool. It feels less exciting. I remember when I first learned about Commander, the idea that it was created by a bunch of judges who were just kind of looking for, you know, different ways to use their cards. It had that kind of fun allure to it. But now that it's like a corporate thing, I know they're making so much money off of, it's definitely less cool. And then it breaks the format, which is what we already talked. So I would love to know what you think. What are some ways that Commander has radically changed Magic the Gathering? How did it affect you in your local group? And well, you know, I would love to hear what are some of the ways that you play Commander at your LGS, because I do think that the dynamics are completely shifted now for an LGS to figure out how to run these events and how to do. I personally, selfishly, would love to know, what does your local store do for Commander, and how do they manage to pull off Commander nights in a way that are both fun for the players, not spiked by other players, and also conducive to profiting as an LGS. Anyway, hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. Those are my thoughts on how Commander has impacted the game of Magic the Gathering. Yeah, be kind to the people around you. We'll see you again next video.